Hey there, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am just going to be taking you along on my Sunday and all of the things I am doing around the house. Summer is crazy busy with all the preserving we have to do with the garden and all the harvesting. So I am just going to show you a snapshot into my day. Every day looks like harvesting something and preserving something and all of the other homemaking tasks that I have to do. Today looks a little bit different because I do have my husband's help because it is the weekend, but this is still a realistic look into how I structure my days and how I try to get things done on our little homestead. So I just hope you enjoy the sound of nature early this morning, all the birds chirping and the grasshoppers. It is so peaceful out here in the morning. We got 15 ears of corn, and some of them are pretty small. Well, not, there's like 3 of them that are pretty small that didn't really grow that well, probably because it was competing with the weeds, but the rest are really beautiful and big, and we're gonna get to husking these. Looks better than our corn from last year. What a perfect way to spend a Sunday morning before church. That was fast. 5 minutes. Next year, we're planting more corn. Here, I'll help you. I said in my previous YouTube video about my garden tour that I was going to can the corn, but I'm not going to do that for 2 reasons. We don't have that much. And the second reason is I was doing some research, and the best way to preserve corn for the best flavor and texture is to freeze it. So I'm going to blanch these in some boiling water for like 2 to 3 minutes, put them in an ice bath to stop that cooking and breaking down of the enzymes, and then take the corn off the cob, put them in bags, and put them in the freezer. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we are gonna eat some corn for our dinner tonight. So I'm gonna save, oh, I shouldn't have taken the husk off those. Dang. Maybe I should just put some in the fridge for our dinner tonight. And hopefully the flavor stays good, because I totally forgot to leave 3 of the husks on. And then the rest we're just gonna put in the freezer. For some reason, I get so much done before church on Sundays. I don't know what it is. I just am very productive Sunday mornings. Maybe it's because my baby normally is napping Sunday before church, and my husband is home, and he's like my security blanket. If she wakes up, he can just go get her, and then I can finish what I'm doing. But I just always get a lot done. Sundays before church. Okay, my ice bath is ready. And these are almost ready to come out. While the corn is cooling down, I'm gonna feed my sourdough starter because I need to make some bread today. All right, we're gonna see my knife skills. I should probably cut away from myself. I don't know why this is like scaring me right now. Don't trust myself.
Cut it down, babe.
I should do it like this, yeah. Here, do you want to come try?
Cut yourself. That knife.
I think I'm not cutting deep enough.
I have that knife. You're butchering this.
Do you think the chickens will eat these?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I didn't go deep enough. All right, I'm gonna try it. That's really good. Try some. Good job. All right, this is our harvest. This is nothing. It's kind of funny how little corn we got. It's all right though. Let's get it frozen. I should have got special bags for this, like bigger ones. That's okay. I'm only gonna fill up like 2, maybe 3 bags. Whenever I see people harvesting like so much corn and they're filling like 50 bags of corn, I always wonder what they're doing with all this corn. Like, are they just eating it as a side, or are they cooking with it? I always just wonder that. So I'm gonna tell you guys that what we're planning on doing with this corn, our bountiful harvest, is my husband is obsessed with corn dip. This like corn dip recipe that I make, and that's what we're probably gonna do with this. I love corn. I just enjoy eating it as a side, so that's an option. And then another thing you could do is like cook it into cornbread. You could make like a corn salsa for tacos. If you're making burrito bowls, use that like in burrito bowls. Yeah, I guess there's a lot you could do with corn, but that's what we're planning on doing with this, is some corn dip. We got 2 bags. That's so funny. Well, we still have 3 ears of corn that we're eating for dinner tonight, so there's that. Before we headed off to church, I wanted to throw some laundry in, so I'm washing our shower curtain liner. And a part of my daily tasks is taking my tomatoes that have been ripening and coring them and putting them into the freezer. This is a constant rotation of tomatoes that I've been ripening and then new ones from the garden that need a few more days. So I'm doing that as well before we head off to church. I have so many tomatoes that I have just lost track of how many gallons I have at this point, but I'm going to have to do a massive tomato canning day here soon, and I'm hoping I can rope my sister or my niece or my mom into helping me get it done. When we got home from church, we came home to a huge mess from our dog. Let's just say he was really sick. So we had to immediately jump right into getting the house cleaned up. We even had to bring out our carpet shampooer for the rug that he made a mess on. and I vacuumed and mopped as well. I wanted to show my husband helping do some of the cleaning tasks in this video because he is a huge help to me, and I didn't want it to make it look like it was just all me doing the housework, because he really does help me, which I really appreciate. One of the most satisfying things to do is wind up our grandfather clock. This was gifted to us from my grandmother, and it is my most prized possession. If our house ever burnt down, I would be so sad about this heirloom piece. It needs winded up every couple days. Lately, I've been hanging our laundry out on our clothesline to dry for multiple reasons. One of the main benefits, I guess, is it removes stains from clothing really well when the sun is shining down the clothes, and it saves money on your electric bill, and also it just kind of slows me down. It gets me outside, gets me away from my computer or other things. I just love being outside, getting some fresh air, and letting the sun do the drying. If you don't do this, you should try it sometime because it is really fun. It's peaceful. So my husband took our daughter to his mom's this afternoon to swim in her little pool, and I was just able to stay home and get some much needed computer work done, photos, editing, all that stuff. And now I am getting to start dinner just by myself, and it's really honestly so nice to be able to get things done just at home by myself. So I really appreciate that. Whenever I'm making dinner and I'm making mashed potatoes, I like to get it started first before anything else because they take a while to boil. So I just like to do the side dish first and then the steak, which that doesn't take long to cook at all. This is what I'm going to be seasoning our steak with. This has easily become one of my favorite seasonings for steak. It's so simple. It has salt, black pepper, rosemary, brown sugar, garlic, espresso ground coffee, and activated charcoal. I love this stuff, so that's what I'm going to be using. I'm very generous with my seasoning. I don't over season, but I just like to have a very good coat of seasoning. So my freeze dryer just got done freeze drying pickles that I had in it, and I honestly forgot that this was even running, but I'm going to check them and see if they are done, and if they are, I will take them out and bag them. If they're not, I'm just gonna, you know, run them for longer, but let's see if these are done. Yeah, these are definitely done. I sprinkled these with some ranch seasoning. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to try this. I'm gonna try one right now. All right, we're gonna try this together. That's pretty good. They're over seasoned for sure. Yeah, but that's pretty good. I did this one plain with no seasoning. I think I like that better. I think I like it better without the ranch seasoning. I don't know, I can't decide. This tray, the one I just showed you, these were pickles that I canned 2 years ago. But they didn't come out good. They were like too soggy. So I figured why not freeze dry them, pull all the moisture out. So let me try one of these. Those taste better. Okay. Those taste better. I don't know, that's weird. This was the only tray. Wait, was it? So I had 2 trays of pickles that I had made a few weeks ago, like refrigerator pickles that I just had in the refrigerator. And these 2 trays were from canned pickles from a couple years ago. I like these. These are good. I'm excited about these. Okay, this is done. I'm going to bag these up. So we just got this freeze dryer like a month ago. And I've been freeze drying everything. I've been going crazy with it. And it has just been the best purchase so far. It's been amazing. I'm learning so much. And one thing about freeze drying is you have to bag what you freeze dry immediately, or else it starts rehydrating from the humidity in the air. And it is summertime, so it's really humid out. So we got to get these bagged in a Mylar bag ASAP. And you also have to add an oxygen absorber. I'm just gonna mix the plain and the seasoned ones, because I think when I'm eating these, I'll just like pop a plain and a seasoned one in my mouth at the same time. That way it kind of tones down the seasoning, because these are a little over seasoned. Now I definitely want to do more dedicated videos to freeze drying, because it's my new love, it's my new passion. And it's just really fun and cool. So comment down below if you want to see more freeze drying stuff. Now this goes like that. And voila, this will be good for 25 years. Not that I'm ever gonna store it for that long, but you can. All right, my last task of the day is to make some bread, and then I'm calling it quits for the day. It's about 7:30 at night, and I started filming this video around 7:30 in the morning. I'm using freshly milled whole grain flour, and this is gonna be sourdough, so it will rise all night, and then I will bake it in the morning. I don't yet have a green mill, so I am buying my freshly milled flour right now. I hope to have a green mill in the future, but I just don't have one at the moment. But I'm loving baking with it lately. I just love the taste of it. I love like a hearty whole wheat bread, and it's so good for you. So I'm just glad that I have a source that I can buy it from until I can get my own grain mill. I'm using Farmhouse on Boone's recipe. It's on her blog. I will link it in the description, but I made it before and I'm going to be modifying it just slightly based off of what I just prefer from making it before. There's just always things that I want to change with recipes. That's just how I am. I can never follow a recipe to a T. If you're curious about what I'm switching in the recipe, I'm using a little bit less water, a little bit less oil, and then instead of honey, I'm using sugar, in case my daughter is going to eat this bread because she is under 1. And I'm also halving the recipe. I'm cutting the recipe in half. I'm only making 1 loaf of bread rather than 2 like her recipe does. Oh, another modification I'm making in her recipe, it calls for half a cup of active starter, and that's for 2 loaves, but I'm using half a cup of starter for 1 loaf. I just prefer to use more starter in my recipes. That's just what I like to do. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this laundry taken down and head inside. But thank you all so much for joining me on my day. This is honestly what a realistic snapshot of my day-to-day looks like. I'm normally preserving at least one thing, harvesting at least one thing, and then just all the other homemaking tasks that I do in a day. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I will see you guys in my next video.